Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's August 10th, 2016. One of the top stories today. It's reported that longtime broadcaster with ESPN, John Saunders, has passed at the age of 61. And when I first read that headline this morning, knowing what I know about people dying by the numbers, being killed for rituals such as rigged sports championships, the first thing I thought of were the NBA Finals. Finals in Gematria sums to 61. Game 7 this year ended on a date with 61 numerology. You might remember there were headlines about how the Warriors and Cavs came into Game 7 both having scored 610 points in the series. 610, drop the zero from the end, you're right back to 61. So, sadly, as it turns out, his death is very much a ritual sacrifice for the NBA Finals that just passed. There's a lot of parallels to the Cavs and what transpired in Game 7 with this reported death. You might remember a couple years ago, just before Super Bowl 49, Stuart Scott, the ESPN announcer, dropped dead at age 49. If you're new to my channel, I have exposed for going on 3 years now this pattern of ritual sacrifices by the numbers in connection to sports championships, and with each passing day, I understand it more and more. So Game 7 of the NBA Finals was June 19th, 2016, Father's Day, also the real King James's birthday. This year, the Godfather, LeBron James, known as King James, won the NBA Finals on this date. Again, it was a date with 61 numerology. We're talking about John Saunders, dead at age 61. From Game 7 of the NBA Finals until today, the date of his death is 52 days, or a month and 22 days, or 7 weeks and 3 days. All of these numbers are significant. Most significant is 52. With regards to 100 or 1 month and 22 days, it's a lot like the number 122. Golden State in Gematria equals 122. San Francisco equals 122. Both cities are on the 122nd meridian. So is Seattle. I'll tell you why I say Seattle in a little bit in this video. The 7 weeks and 3 days should remind you that the Warriors set the record with 73 wins. And as for 52, here's what's up with that right now. Prophecy sums to 52. California, where Game 7 was decided, sums to 52. So does Akron, Ohio, where LeBron James and Steph Curry were both born at the same hospital 39 months apart. LeBron, the little older one. 52 is also how many years it had been since 1964 when the city of Cleveland last won a pro sports championship. That was the Cleveland Browns led by Jim Brown. Jim Brown had 114 rushing yards in that game. LeBron James in simple English gematria sums to 114. They won it in the time of the 114th Congress, which was originally led by John Boehner out of Ohio. John Boehner equals 114. Some of this stuff could be a coincidence. But what's really going on in this world are things being scripted long in advance and executed by a numerological code, from rigged sports outcomes, which I've more than proven, to ritual sacrifice by the numbers. Turn on that song from 1983 by The Police, Murder by Numbers, ABC 123. Just put a little bit of poison in somebody's drink, it's no big thing. Listen to the lyrics of that song. Prophecy sums to 52 the small way, 106 the big way, just like Akron, Ohio. I just want to remind the significance of these numbers. Game 7 of the NBA Finals, it was the Warriors' 106th game of the season. They lost. Just like in the college championship, North Carolina went down in the 106th year of having a basketball program. They went down to Villanova, who had a 106-mile-powered train crash just outside their campus the day before the championship. Last year, during the time of the NBA Finals, a 106-mile-per-hour train wreck in Philadelphia, where the Warriors are originally from. The Warriors are named from the city of Philadelphia. The city of Philadelphia is named from the book of Revelation, the book of prophecy. Warriors and Revelation are exact matches in Gematria. So anyhow, it was King James's birthday. King James was born on a date with 106 birth numerology. It was the real King James's birthday. King Charles was the son of King James. The supporters of King Charles were named Cavaliers. LeBron James, King James, plays for the Cavaliers. 106th Father's Day. Oracle Arena, 106 feet tall. Oracle, having to do with future telling, prophecy. Oracle in simple English gematria alone sums to 54. Remember their record home win streak snapped at 54 games the same night the Cavs got their 54th win of the season. I made a video that night showing how that foreshadowed a Cavs-Warriors championship, something I'd been talking about since November of last year, and how the Cavs would win. And that happened by the numbers, as predicted. So John Saunders, why else would he be the ritual sacrifice besides being age 61? It has a lot to do with his birthday. He was born February 2nd, 1955. February 2nd is the 33rd day of the year. NBA Finals has gematria of 33. This man born on the 33rd day of the year. When you write out February 2nd, it has the same gematria as when you write out 33. Isn't that interesting? 33 and the 33rd day of the year, when written out as words, have the same gematria. So does the phrase, as above, so below, which is signified in the Star of David or the Seal of Solomon, the symbol on the Zionist flag of Israel. 2 three-sided figures, 3, 33. The date he was born was a date with 78 numerology. NBA Finals in simple English gematria sums to 78. In Pythagorean gematria, 33. Cleveland also sums to 78. Cleveland became the first team since 1978 to win the NBA Finals on the road. The last team to do it was the Washington Bullets, playing in Seattle. Remember, on the 122nd Meridian? Playing in Seattle. The Washington Bullets playing in Seattle, which is Washington State. Washington versus Washington. In the rigged NBA, they love to do things like this. Once upon a time, after the Warriors moved to San Francisco, once they were in San Francisco, the first championship they went to was against the Philadelphia 76ers. Think about it. It's a joke. The day he was born was also a date with 59 numerology. Kill in Jewish gematria equals 59. This is the number stamped all over black people. He was a relatively young black man, 61, still not that old. Kill 59, Negro 59, Slave 59, Blues 59, Black Mamba 59, Michael Jordan 59. Motown Records came out in the year 59. So many black celebrities that you're aware of have this number stamped on them. Birth numerology or name gematria. The date he died, today, is the 223rd day of the year. Masonic equals 223. So does the Synagogue of Satan, the name given to the false Jews, the Zionist Jews, the ones who control media, the ones who control the NBA. The fact that this happened on the 223rd day of the year is no coincidence. It is Freemasonry that controls sports, that controls media, that runs ESPN. I'm always revealing how ESPN is coding gematria into their headlines. Go to ESPN's page right now and look at their college football preview. 2 Michigan players, one wearing a number 8, the other wearing the number 3. 83, football equals 83. Tom Brady went to Michigan, born on 8/3, August 3rd. Him and Peyton Manning, 2 overrated, mediocre talents, made the faces of the league. Peyton Manning born on the 83rd day of the year. Tom Brady born on 8/3. The reason those guys are so good, as so many people think, is because the league is rigged, no different than the WWE. Defenses do not play the same against the Tom Brady offenses, the Peyton Manning offenses. It's why Tom Brady can throw the same slant pass his whole career, and defenses get fooled by it again and again. And people just, they listen to this bullshit propaganda about what a genius Belichick is. I mean, you'd have to be fucking retarded to not know how to guard the Patriots. They do the same goddamn thing every year and the same shit. These little slant passes over the middle that go for these long touchdowns because it's fake. That rant over, back to the day he died on. August 10th, 2016. Date with 54 numerology, Oracle 54. Game 7 decided in the Oracle. So does ESPN. ESPN has that gematria 54. ESPN televised the game where the streak was snapped at 54 games, where the Cavs that was the night of a doubleheader. Cavs had the first game on ESPN, won their 54th game of the season. Then the next game, Warriors' home winning streak snapped at 54. It's also today a date with a life lesson number of 27. LeBron James scored 27 points in Game 7. The reason that was interesting is because it was the Cavs' 103rd game of the season, Game 7. 103 is the 27th prime number. Just before Game 7, the movie actor Anton Yelchin was supposedly crunched by his own car and killed. At age 27, he had birth numerology of 103. Exactly 27 days after the NBA Finals were over, Nate Thurmond, former NBA star, wore the number 42, retired it with the Cavs and the Warriors, dropped dead at age 74, just like Muhammad Ali at the beginning of the tournament. Masonic equals 74. Nate Thurmond is the father of LeBron James. Look at Nate Thurmond's face. Look at LeBron James's face. Nate Thurmond's from Akron, Ohio, just like LeBron. LeBron James in Pythagorean gematria sums to 42, just like the number Nate Thurmond wore. Nate Thurmond, again, retired his jersey with the Warriors and Cavs. Last year, February 26th, the 57th day of the year, in 2015, LeBron had his season high of 42. I predicted after that game that the NBA Finals would be Warriors and Cavs. I predicted the Cavs would win it 4-2. I got that backwards. The Warriors won it 4-2. But then this year, I read the code more correctly because I'm always learning more. And I said the Cavs and Warriors will be the finals again. Cavs will win it. The day he's died on is also a date with 18 numerology. 18 factors into 6 plus 6 plus 6. The NBA Finals in English gematria sum to 666. The word prophecy sums to 666. Again, he's died 52 days after the NBA Finals that were rigged by the prophecy code. All of these numbers are interrelated. His name in gematria, also interesting. John Peterson Saunders is his full name. In Pythagorean gematria, his name sums to 89. King James in simple English gematria sums to 89. So does religion. King James has the Bible named after him. The Warriors lost with 89 points this year on King James's birthday. John Saunders, as he's also called, has gematria 49. Warriors equals 49. Revelation equals 49. With the S exception, Warriors also sums to 58 like Freemasonry. Freemasonry sums to 58 and 67 with the S exception. So John Saunders, the name, very interesting. That 67 gematria also pops out because blood sacrifice equals 67. When you have this number, you will be a target for these rituals. And as I explained earlier this year, when I predicted that Prince might die, I talked specifically about the number 67. He ended up dying 67 days after Vanity, his former girlfriend. They both died at age 57. I talked about the day Prince died, the parallels to the NBA Finals. His cause of death was released on the date of Game 1, June 2nd, 2016. Notice that the name Saunders has gematria of 47. So does the name John. Ohio equals 47. Ohio's the 17th state. The Cavs were the 17th team to join the NBA. N plus B plus A is 14 plus 2 plus 1, 17. Flip Saunders also died at the beginning of the year. You know what? I'm just going to show you this. This is a really important point. This is just now really dawning on me. I brought up 223 a second ago. Look at what Flip Saunders' birthday was. Flip Saunders' birthday was February 23rd, 2/23. Today, John Saunders dies on the 223rd day of the year. And notice that Flip Saunders is originally from Cleveland, Ohio. He died in Minnesota this year. Just like how Prince died in Minnesota, also connected to the NBA Finals. But Saunders, born in Cleveland, Ohio, at the beginning of the year, I pointed this out. I said, remember this ritual sacrifice when the NBA Finals roll around and the Cavs win it this year. 223 is the number. Masonic equals 223. The Synagogue of Satan equals 223. All year, TNT, which also sums to 54 like ESPN, had the advertisement of Kyrie Irving in number 2, LeBron James in number 23, and Love in 0. 223. Showed that ad all year with them in costume standing next to each other. Today is August 10th, the 223rd day of the year. 223, the number of Freemasonry. So John Saunders, his name, his age, his date of birth, all connected to this ritual. Also pointed out is that he was a member of the of ESPN for 31 years. 31 years, or excuse me, he was with the network for 30 years, almost 31 years. He joined when he was 31 years old. LeBron James just won the NBA Finals at age 31, becoming the member of a team the first to come back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. Basketball equals 31. LeBron's 31 years old. Cleveland, the first team to come back from 3-1. They were the 33rd team to be in that position. Cleveland is the only city in the league with 33 gematria, like NBA Finals, like John Saunders being born on the 33rd day of the year. You see how this works? You see how scripted this is? Cleveland equals 78 the big way. NBA Finals 78, first team to win on the road since 78. Also on the 122nd meridian. The reason 122 is important is because Freemason and Francis Bacon gematria equals 122. Also, Elohim, the Jewish word for God, sums to 122. Jewish Zionists have always run the NBA, playing God, scripting games, deceiving the masses. Villanova this year won the championship for the first time in 31 years. Basketball, the big way, equals 85. Villanova won in 85 and then won 31 years later. 85 is also the year that they changed the tournament name to March Madness. March Madness equals 64, like the number of teams in the starting bracket. The news says that the woman who broke the news was someone covering the Olympics down in Rio named Hannah Storm. Hannah Storm, let me show you why this is so interesting. Hannah Storm in gematria sums to 131. Like 57, 57 is our championship number. The Cavs finished with 57 wins in the regular season. Villanova, when they won the college championship this year, it was their 57th tournament win ever. Last year, when the Cavs and Warriors played each other in the regular season, where LeBron scored 42, that was the 57th day of the year. 57 sums to the same thing as championship, the same thing as Super Bowl. This is a tribute death to the rigged championship. That's why they have Hannah Storm breaking the news down in Rio. Storm in simple English gematria sums to 85. The Summer Olympics began August 5th, 8/5, or 5/8, like 58 for Freemasonry. Basketball, again, also 85. Think about the Seattle Storm in women's basketball. I think they might be the most winningest team in WNBA history. This is what it's all about, Truth Seeker. Rituals by the numbers, and the reason it's all about this is because the gang running the show, this is how they abide. There's one more thing I want to check out that I overlooked. See if there's anything interesting here. His birthday was February 2nd. Today he died August 10th. I just want to see how many days it is from his birthday. So it's 190 days later. If you count the full span of days, it's 191. And why this is so concerning is because this number connects back to the Jesuit order. The Society of Jesus, as they're called. Let me just show you this. The Jesus is the official name for the Jesuit order. Society of Jesus, 191. This year, when Villanova won the college championship, they won it exactly 191 days after the Pope left the United States of America on the Jesuit order's birthday. And I just want to show you something else about 191, that it's the 43rd prime number. We'll come back to why that's important. The word champion has gematria of 43. But this 191 days is not arbitrary. Last year, the Pope left on September 27th, 2015, out of Philadelphia. Villanova's outside of Philadelphia. This year, Villanova won the college championship on April 4th, 2016, which was also a full span of 191 days. Villanova, a Catholic school. The Jesuit order, a secret society within the Catholic Church called the Society of Jesus. The final score of the college game this year was 77-74. Jesus Christ. 77-74, the Society of Jesus. Villanova, the Catholic school, winning 191 days after the Pope left on the Jesuit order's birthday, September 27th. I want to show you something about Jesuit and Sunday. The Cavs won the NBA Finals on a Sunday, Father's Day, King James's birthday anniversary. All week they were calling LeBron James Godfather. These are the numbers of the Jesuit order, and they are numbers coded very much onto this nation, United States of America. Think about it. Christopher Columbus, paid for by the Catholic Church, who was Jewish. The Catholic Church was started by the Jewish people a long time ago as controlled opposition within Christianity. That's why it's the CC, the Catholic Church, the CC, the 33. This is how they do it, Truth Seeker. Everything's measured. The numbers reveal who is responsible for the murders, the killing, the wrongdoing. Abraham Lincoln's murder is credited to the Catholic Church, the Jesuit order. He died April 15th, 1865. A date with 84 numerology. Obama in Jewish gematria sums to 84. His birthday is August 4th. Obama with the ties to Lincoln. If you've never seen my video on Lincoln and Obama, you got to check that one out. It's a must-see. For now, that's all I see in this. The other thing I would bring up is all day when CNN was featuring this story, they had this picture of John Saunders interviewing, I think that's the quarterback of the Sooners. Sooners in gematria sums to 33. I haven't done any work for college football this year, but this right here might be a major clue for the football season ahead. There might be some parallel between John Saunders and the Sooners, I don't know. Typically when CNN puts out a story, they put a coded image, coded headline. I don't think this is arbitrary right here. So I got a lot of work to do on college football. That's not my strong suit, but those of you who follow college football, you might see some parallels from these numbers to some teams that are favorites to go far this year. Something to think about. All right, Truth Seeker, until next Encore, Truth Seeker. Just noticed something really interesting about the death of Flip Saunders. From his death to the day the city of Cleveland won the NBA Finals, his place of birth, was a total span of 239 days. And when the Cavs won the NBA Finals, the United States of America was still 239 years old. That is a very special number to the history of the nation. The flag was sewn at 239 Arch Street. The Warriors, originally from Philadelphia, where the flag was sewn. This year on June 14th, the flag turned 239 years old. It was established June 14th, 1777. 239 is a very spiritual number to the Zionists. In Jewish gematria, Torah equals 239, their holy book. So does Golden Gate. In the Jewish faith, their belief is that the Messiah will arrive through the Golden Gate. Golden Gate equals 239, just like Torah. Think about the Golden State Warriors in Oakland, not far from the Golden Gate Bridge. This is no coincidence. This is why he died the day he died, just before the start of the season. And you might recall that I said to look out for 223 points in the Minnesota Timberwolves opener against the Lakers, and the final score of the game was a sum of 223 points right after the death of Flip Saunders. Minnesota is where the Lakers are originally from. That's why they're called the Lakers. They're from the land of 1,000 lakes, which is Minnesota. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.